Sports.
Anime.
Media entertainment.
And the whole world, look around you. Look at this. We created this.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for tuning in to The Same Convo, the podcast where we talk everything sports, anime, media, and entertainment. It's your boy, Skinny, Carlil, and yours truly, Bomba. And today, even though the NBA season is over, we got a lot going on and a lot to cover tonight.
Facts.
Because it's NBA offseason going on, and we're going to just jump right into it. One of the most mind-blowing trade, in my opinion.
Oh my God, I know what you're about to talk about.
The Rudy Gobert trade from the Utah Jazz to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now, if y'all don't know, the Utah Jazz traded Rudy Gobert for
Everybody.
let me give everything to you. So the 2023, 2025, 2027 unprotected pick and the top 5 2029 protected pick of the NBA draft. Right. Malik Beasley, Patrick Beverley, Kessler Walker, Presley Walker. I didn't say Kemba Walker.
Okay, yeah.
Kemba's not on the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
I said Kressler. I didn't say Kemba.
Kressler, who else? Is that it?
And Jared Vanderbilt.
UK.
So I guess the question now is, in your opinion, who won this trade?
Carlo, you want to go first?
I want to say the Timberwolves won the trade. I know that the Jazz got more. They did get a lot of assets. They got some picks. They got some good role players. But, Rudy Gobert, even though we all hate him a lot, you can't deny it. Multiple time All-Star, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. Big backbone and defense for the team. So, and a great rebounder and great defender, great rebounder. Paired up with the Karl Anthony Towns that you can now move to the power forward position is like Twin Towers down there. I don't see who's getting through that. I feel like that's going to be his biggest challenge next year when facing the Timberwolves. So I don't know. I'm gonna say Timberwolves won the trade.
You said the Timberwolves won. I feel like you gotta say the Timberwolves won because they got an all-star, whereas the Jazz just got a bunch of players who they're probably gonna trade away anyway because they don't need them. They all play roughly the same position, and they already got Jordan Clarkson, so they don't need Malik Beasley. They got Donovan Mitchell and Jordan Clarkson. What do you need Malik Beasley for? Pat Beverly might stay. Maybe. I don't know. It's the weirdest trade ever. You literally got the Timberwolves won. You got rid of a bunch of scrubs for an all-star. Timberwolves won. And you got, like Carly got the Twin Towers on there. It's gonna be hard with Cat at power forward and Rudy at center. That's just gonna be tough. That's gonna be rough down low. It's gonna be tough down there.
Because you got Karl Anthony Towns, he can dominate in the paint and he can space the floor.
Not on defense. Karl Anthony Towns has never been a good defender. He's actually been criticized heavily for his post defense, but you got Rudy down there now, so
that's what I'm saying. He makes up for so much. That long, lengthy freshman.
It's funny that y'all saying that because I actually completely disagree. Because I feel like starting thinking, let me put it in perspective. For example, using the Utah Jazz, you've had this issue where I would say, a star in your team felt like you have to choose between him and your superstar. First of all, I don't think that Rudy Gobert was worth that contract that they signed him at before. That's where I'm going to begin with. And 2, you got rid of that contract, got rid of the issue. You got picks that could potentially allow you to build around the superstar that you have. the one that you potentially have the best shot at winning with between those two, between Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell. It's true that you potentially might not need Malik Beasley or like Pat Bev, but hey, more assets that I could trade for. I could get me some bigs. I could get me some shooting guards, like other pieces to put around my player. And again, one of the issues we've had too with Donovan Mitchell, he'll miss sometimes. He sometimes get injured. You never have too many bench players, especially in today's league. If somebody's talented enough to be able to produce, I'm gonna need it.
I got a question.
Yes, go ahead.
So I see where you're going with this, but my question is, what big are you going to get that's better than Rudy Gobert for Malik Beasley?
That was gonna be my same question, because I was thinking, like, realistically, like the talent that the Timberwolves now just got on their starting five. You got D'Angelo Russell, you got Anthony Edwards, you got Karl Anthony Towns, and you got Rudy Gobert. I don't know who they're gonna start as a small forward, but you can put anybody there almost. And then if you get some okay and good, a couple good and the rest okay role players, like that's the team that's going far in the Western Conference. I don't see the role players that the Jazz got with Donovan Mitchell, Jordan Clarkson, what's his name? They don't have Royce O'Neal anymore, so can't say him. Like with the team that they have now, I don't see them. They might get AC. They might be playing. Like I just think just the level of talent, that the potential of both teams are just way separate after that trade.
Well, that's fair, but look at this for example.
Wait, before we move on, who is the Jazz's backup center now?
You don't have. I mean, the offseason just began, Kenny. You're just building around. You definitely. Here's the thing. Here's the option that you had as a Utah Jazz. You knew for a fact that you could not keep Rudy Gobert or Donovan Mitchell. Are you telling me that you'd rather trade Donovan Mitchell, keep Rudy Gobert, and build?
No. I'd rather keep Donovan Mitchell, 100%.
So I do that. I resolve that problem. Now I got to go get built. But here's the thing. Picture this. The Timberwolves. One of the most ironic and soft team we've seen this past playoff. I don't care, Carlo. Fix your face. What? Karl Anthony Towns, D'Lo, the two dogs that you had on your team were your rookie and Pat Bev, who you just traded. Rudy Gobert has no form of dog. Is he supposed to help you with your defense or produce offensively magically? Because he's not that guy.
That's what you got Cat for. Rudy is there specifically for defense.
That's what I'm saying. If you watch, because one, they got to the playoffs last year and they played a couple good games against the Grizzlies before they ultimately lost that series. But what was the main problem? The main problem was paint defense, because like Kenny said earlier, Karl Anthony Towns is not like that on defense. So what did you get? You got a 3-time back-to-back All-Star defensive player of the year to make up for all that.
Listen, it's a fair point that you said there. Karl Anthony Towns is not a good player defensively, but last year they didn't lose defensively. Last year the issue was their decision offensively. The fact that Karl Anthony Towns chose to all of a sudden decide to, I'm the 3-point champion in the NBA. Let me show y'all. All of a sudden he started pulling up, and Anthony Edwards decided, let me follow in his footsteps and started doing nonsense. And now you got a big man to be down there and allow him to be out there and do more of that. I'm going with the Jazz.
That's a fair point.
But it's a lot of teams we got to cover. So I'm going to move on, and I'm going to go over to a team, not necessarily a team I would say that we like, but I would say it has a superstar that we're all fond of, the Dallas Mavericks. So as you know, they've lost Jalen Brunson during this offseason. But
where's it going?
New York.
Why?
They gave him that bag, boy.
I'll say got to be a check.
He just got $4 million more, honestly. Dallas was willing to offer him 106, and New York gave him 110. But it's really because of his family that he moved in, apparently. But with that loss came the acquirement of the man, the one and only. I like it when Carla doesn't keep up with sports anymore.
Who they get? Kenny don't know either. Who they get?
They got JaVale McGee as your center.
Oh. Carlil, why'd you walk off? I didn't know JaVale was on the Suns, wasn't he?
Yeah, but they didn't sign him, so he went there. They gave him more money. But it's not really JaVale McGee I'm talking about. I want to talk about Christian Woods.
You said Christian Wood?
How'd they get Christian Wood from the Rockets if they sent in Jalen Brunson? It was a 3-team trade?
No, they did not. They got Woods before they traded Jalen Brunson. They still have Brunson and Woods on the team at the same time. Let me show you actually.
Wait, the Mavericks?
Yes.
I'm so confused now. I thought you just said they gave Brunson away.
They gave Brunson away, but before they traded, because Brunson was going to be a free agent this summer. But before they got to that, they had already acquired Christian Woods through a trade with their picks, their draft picks.
I'd rather have JaVale McGee than Christian Wood.
They have both. You got both.
Oh, they got both?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Wait, you rather have Christian Wood than JaVale McGee?
Yes. He can do everything.
McGee.
He does everything JaVale McGee does, but he can shoot.
Okay, no. Christian Wood's a better shooter. JaVale McGee's way better defender because he's taller, longer arms, and he has championship playoff experience.
He literally plays defense, rebounds.
Christian Wood is a more complete player than JaVale McGee.
Christian Wood has no deep playoff run experience.
Yeah, but he's a more complete.
You act like JaVale McGee was the reason to his team's deep playoff experiences.
I mean, he was a big defensive reason for the Warriors on their run. In the paint, that man JaVale McGee was shutting down.
Oh, and nobody's going back to that Warriors team and be like, we got to the finals because of JaVale McGee's defense. Fuck no, Kenny. You know that was some bullshit.
He was still doing work, regardless.
Anyway, they got a lick.
They got both.
The Dallas Mavericks needed a center. They got JaVale McGee. Am I happy about it? No. But is it going to be okay? Yeah. Are they going to get to the finals because JaVale McGee's the center? Hell no. Christian Wood?
I played JaVale
Hell
McGee.
no.
I played JaVale McGee's like a little bit lesser than Tyson Chandler.
Are you serious? Like prime Tyson Chandler?
No, not prime. Not prime.
Okay, so you talking about 38 Tyson Chandler. What's wrong with you?
Prime Tyson Chandler was a problem.
Look, Carlo kind of answered it. I just wanted to get your thoughts on this trade. What you thought this meant for Dallas. Carlo kind of answered it. Kenny, I want to get your thoughts on it.
Hell no.
Does this mean a deeper playoff run? Does this mean that Luka finally get the help that he needed?
No, not at all. Not at all. Like, is Kristaps still there?
No! Where are you been?
I was trying to keep some hope alive. Maybe they paid him under the table or something. I don't know. Jalen Brunson was their second leading scorer, so it's over for them. It's really tough for them. Sorry, Carlisle.
Spencer Dinwiddie better shut the fuck up this year, bro.
You better hope you stay healthy.
Oh, fucking weak. All right, so since y'all didn't like that one, let's move on to the Atlanta.
Dinwiddie's the great value, Sean Livingston.
Let's move on to the Atlanta Hawks that just acquired.
They finna be cold.
Huh?
They finna be cold.
They actually traded Kevin Huerter, who's a good player.
They could have kept him coming off the bench. They could have kept him as a six-man.
And they got Justin Holiday.
Oh, okay.
And Mo Harkless.
Oh, okay. They
got Mo Harkless too?
They got Justin Holiday and Mo.
They got somebody else too.
Now they gave up Danilo Gallinari to the Spurs.
Yeah.
And I don't know the other player's name. I'm not gonna waste my time trying to read it.
Yeah, they upgraded for sure.
Nice. You got
Hawks are now a problem.
Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, DeAndre Hunter, John Collins, and Clint Capella.
Clint Capella.
That is a
Capella's still there, yeah.
starting five. I wish they would have kept Kevin Herter. They could have had him coming off the bench. He's a solid
I'm
ass.
not gonna lie, he was solid. He was holding them up last year.
Right. But you got back Justin Holiday and you got Mo Harkless. Those are some key pickups.
Yeah, because they lost. They lost their power forward, didn't they?
Who? Nah, they still got John Collins.
He coming off the bench now?
Nah, he's starting.
I didn't hear him say him in the starting.
Oh yeah, I said him. But and DeAndre Hunter gonna be coming back from injury too. Like that's a solid ass team.
I heard they were trying to move him. I heard John Collins was about to be moved though.
They better not. John Collins, he's not like a top. Like he's a solid. I feel like you got those solid starters. You know, in every team, he's a solid starter.
Since we mentioned him, I also got to mention that Gallinari is expected to be waived from the Spurs and join the Celtics, who have also acquired Malcolm Brogdon.
Yeah, that's an issue. That's an issue.
Chris Middleton better stay healthy this year, boy.
You said that's a what?
That's an issue.
That is a big issue.
I'm
So
saying,
do they put him on the bench? Do they put him on the bench, or are they going to put Marcus Smart on the bench?
He's expected to come out to be the sixth man, basically.
Okay.
He's gonna be a 6-man.
Yeah.
I mean, you can run him as a 6-man, and then I can say you can start both of them sometimes because he is a proven playmaker and he's a proven facilitator. So
He's a great player too.
That's what I'm saying. Marcus Smart can be, but that's not his strength. So that's where he lacks some of the times too, and that's where teams start creating the turnovers. But with Malcolm Brogdon on the court with him, he makes up for that weakness that Marcus Smart has. So,
In terms of playmaking and ball movement too, I think Danilo Gallinari is a sleeper.
yeah,
That man is a solid pick.
surprised when he was given up by the Hawks. I was very surprised.
I don't know what's going on, but I think they're just trying to go probably with a younger core because if we're being honest, bro, right now in the NBA, them younger teams the teams are taking the time to build like around like a certain core and then put younger pieces around it and are able to be like fast paced and more active. Those are the ones sitting at the top right now.
Regular season games getting more exciting.
Babe, say that again, Carl. I can hear you. Your audio.
Regular season games are getting more exciting because of that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, because of that. Yeah, that's true. Woo! This one just happened about, I would say, I think it happened either today or yesterday. But Bradley Beal, we know that he declined to opt in on his extension, but he signed a maximum contract of $251 million. But the most important piece on this article when I was reading it was the fact that it has a no trade clause.
I saw that. That man is stuck.
I'm not gonna lie, I personally thought that he either was gonna decline to opt in and ask for it and try to go to another team, or he was gonna opt in, try to get the money, and go to another team. Because if I'm being honest, I don't see the Wizards going anywhere near a chip in the near future. Now, I want to get y'all thought on this whole situation because I want to be fair to the men.
I'm gonna say this because I'm a fan of Brad. I'm so fucking sick of this nigga, bro. Every year, I've been wanting him to go to another fucking team. And every year, he stays his ass in fucking DC. Do something with your career. You finna retire with no championship, boy.
And we could have got him on the Lakers. Oh.
You the most look. I commend you. You the most loyal nigga I done seen come through the NBA. But what are you doing? Why? You can't. You are already a millionaire times 10. Why do you still need more money? What's going on?
I don't understand it.
Yeah, I wanted him to leave too. I wanted him to come to the Lakers, but I know that was like a far-fetched idea, but that would have been great if he came to the Lakers.
I honestly wanted him to just go anywhere he could possibly win. Like, I just feel like, just wasting your time away. I hate this notion of loyalty that, like, certain players are trying to build now. Like, at some point, you got to understand this is a business. And if you're not able to win, you're not going to be remembered. Like, them $250-some million you get in, you can make money still in the NBA. He would have gotten like a max from somebody else, like a winning team or something. Imagine him at Dallas right now. You got a scorer.
I want so much more for him. I used to love the Wizards too, with John Wall, Bradley Beal, and Otto Porter, Marcin Gortat. Like they used to have a solid squad.
Man, that's fair. But if you talk about Bradley Beal too, you guys also talk about John Wall. Hey, y'all know where that man is headed. That man is coming to L.A.
I don't want John Wall.
That man is coming to L.A.
I do not want John Wall. He's going to LA Clippers. Never mind. He's going to. I forgot. I had to remind myself. He's going to the Clippers.
What you thought? You thought he was coming to the Lakers?
Why wouldn't you want him on the Lakers?
I don't want him on the Lakers. No.
Why wouldn't you want him on the Lakers?
Why do we want Westbrook 2.0? I don't.
2.0? Are you serious?
2.0.
Are you serious?
I'm not gonna lie, Kenny. I feel like if we had John Wall, he's an easier person to talk to, and he would probably fit in his role a little better.
What do you mean easier person to talk to? Westbrook was a great teammate. What are you talking about?
Was he? But he was very stubborn. It was very known that Westbrook just wanted to be the point guard. I'm gonna play my way, even though the Lakers was known. You rebound. You can if you can push the ball, push it. But no, Westbrook was like, give me that shit.
John Wall is not nearly as wild as Russell Westbrook was. He doesn't turn the ball over as nearly as much. He's a way, way better scorer than Russell Westbrook is. He's way better? Way better. Way better. It's like, yes, Russell Westbrook averaged triple-double 4 years in a row, but you got to think about it. The amount of turnovers that came with those passes as well. It's like he's like that for sure. Well, I'll give him his flowers, but – John Wall would be so much more effective in the Lakers offense than he fits better than Russell Westbrook does. Russell Westbrook fits on a team where there's no other superstars, nobody else that demands the ball as much as he needs to. And that would be a solid AC team all the time. But
I want somebody better than John Wall. He's old, he's injury prone. He's played 40 games in the past how many years? He's a liability.
Are we serious?
He's not a consistent shooter.
He's had injuries that's kept him out of the league for 2 years, the same amount of time that it kept out Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson came back as a solid player.
Klay Thompson is better than Klay Thompson. Look. Klay Thompson is his role is to shoot the ball. Klay Thompson is a better shooter than whatever John Wall does.
I can't wait till I get sports next. That's going to be the segment. Who's a better player, Klay Thompson or John Wall?
Oh, it doesn't matter about being a player. Klay Thompson plays his role better than John Wall does.
So you don't think John Wall would play his role on the Lakers team?
If he can stay healthy. When is the last healthy John Wall season?
I'm gonna have to go with Kenny on that argument.
When is the last healthy John? This man fell down some stairs and was out for a season.
Wow. He ruptured his Achilles.
Not even playing basketball.
Anything can happen, Kenny.
God, no, I don't want him. I want somebody.
But let us not waste too much time.
I want Kyrie.
John Wall.
Let's get Kyrie. Let's talk about that.
Let us not waste too much time on John Wall because I wanted to touch up on one last trade before we move on to the main course, and that trade was the addition of Jeremy Grant to Portland. Now, I personally think that's a great fit for Portland. He's a great two-way player, and he's growing into his game. And really, if they're able to add the pieces, that's a great addition for Portland. Now, what's y'all thoughts on that before we move on?
I think they have a really good starting lineup now. They got Dame Lillard. Well, I don't know if Anthony Simmons is going to start. Yeah, Anthony Simmons is going to start at 2 guard. You got Jeremy Grant at power forward, and you still got Nurkic at the center.
Yeah.
I don't know who they're going to play. Who they got at small forward, though?
Right now,
Yeah, that's going to be their issue. It's finding a good 3-man.
That's true. What you think, Carla?
I was looking for something negative to say about Jeremy Grant, but I couldn't find anything. So
Jeremy Grant's solid.
I was trying to play devil's advocate, but I can't in this one. I can't channel my inner Skip Bayless today.
I'm dead.
So I agree with everything that Kenny said. They do got a solid because they just got Keon Johnson. They got Josh Hart as a shooter. They got Joe Ingles.
I hate Josh Hart still.
Yeah, they got a solid roster. They'll do something.
they'll do something.
So wait, so who's gonna play their small forward? Who they got right now?
I think the next segment could bring that answer to you, King.
Joe Ingles.
Shut up.
Wait, Portland got Joe Ingles now?
I think they do. Yeah, they did.
They got all shooters.
It's over with. It's over with.
Well, I hope y'all hungry though, because we about to move on to the main course. And Russ, Katie, and Kyrie were the most mentioned name, I would say, so far during this offseason. And to bring the answers we've been asking so far in this show, when it comes to Portland needing a 3 or a 4. When it comes to LA needing to trade some people away or getting point guards. When it comes to the Nets, finding solutions for the Divas. Let us cover real quick these few players and their offseason so far. And I'm going to start off with Russ. There's no surprise that we've been trying to get rid of Russ, I would say, the whole year.
Facts.
It's most likely not going to happen.
Facts.
But
how are you so nobody wants you? That is blowing my mind.
But if you've been watching TV lately, you know that Russ been mentioned every single episode, I would say, because his name is in the middle of talks of potential trades for Kyrie or Kyrie and Katie. Now, before we focus on Russ, I want to talk about that second option, the potential of getting both Kyrie and Katie. Now, that option would require potentially trading Anthony Davis. The question is, y'all not gonna let me ask the question first? Fuck nigga.
Go ahead, Mama. Go ahead, ask the question.
Do what you want.
I don't want to ask it. Would y'all trade Anthony Davis for Kevin Durant and Kyrie?
It's gonna be more than Anthony Davis, so we already lost so much for Westbrook. What else do we have to give?
No, that's what I'm saying. For example, it will be if you put Anthony Davis on the table, it will be that similar trade that you had on the table for Kyrie, for example.
So I get Kyrie and KD for just AD.
No, not AD. For example, AD, Westbrook, THT.
Oh, I do that. Yeah. Do that.
See, look, I heard, that when they were start talking about both Kyrie and KD, there were potential packages they could have put together to ultimately keep AD. And now if that
not happening.
What are those packages like?
When you get that far into it, it's a lot of basically giving up everybody but your main two players. You feel me?
There's no way you would only have your starter 5. There's no way.
But sometimes you need to win the championship, Kenny.
Your starting 5 gets tired, Bamba.
I don't know, man. I guess I would trade Russ and I would try to do a Russ and AD for a Kyrie and Ben Simmons. I'd rather that than
you rather have Ben Simmons than KD? Carlo's being idiotically biased right now.
Nah, hell no.
I don't want Ben Simmons. Is that worse than having Westbrook?
Would you rather have somebody to shoot or somebody?
I'd rather have Ben Simmons than Russell Westbrook. I promise you.
If I'm having Ben Simmons, the only way I want to have him is that he refuses to play and I can find him for the whole season.
What's wrong with you?
I'm just saying what I would do. You what?
Go ahead.
Nothing. Top 5 most athletic, my ass. You remember that, Kenny?
Yeah.
This man put Ben Simmons in his. Oh.
He is top 5 most athletic.
Then have Derrick Rose.
That episode needs to go up. People need to hear the moment you were wilding the fuck out.
Because I put Ben Simmons in my top 5 most athletic point guard.
You didn't put Derrick Rose.
He wasn't even top 5. I think he was. What was it?
Top 5 most athletic point guards. You're not putting Ben Simmons.
You passed by D Rose.
I don't care what I did.
I think he was top 3 or some shit. He wasn't even top 5. That nigga was high.
D Rose was number 6 on my list. Yes.
Get out of here. But let's move on from La La Land and talk about something that's more realistic. A trade that could potentially happen because it's been in talk. That's just the simple trade of Kyrie Irving and Westbrook and THC. Now the issue is with that trade, the fact that Kyrie Irving right now is making $36 million. Russell Westbrook is making, I believe, 47.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a large difference. And not only that, if the Nets are to trade Kyrie Irving, they would owe him a $5 million bonus that they got to pay on top.
Right.
So now, lady, the last I heard of it, the package was gonna be Kyrie and what's his name? Joe Harris.
Mm-hmm.
For Westbrook, just to match the contract. But the Lakers apparently were asking for Kyrie and Seth Curry.
Oh yeah, I'd rather have Seth Curry than Joe Harris.
But that's pushing it though. You are trying to get Westbrook out of your hands, and you can get potentially Kyrie and Joe Harris on top of it, and you're like, I want Seth Curry.
And we'll give them THT too. They can have him.
No, but that's not the issue.
Harris.
The issue is matching the contracts. Now, when you're Kyrie, when you're the Nets, think about this. You potentially about to lose Kyrie. You potentially about to lose KD because he gave you his teams, and we're gonna talk about it in a little bit. What are you left with? You don't want to have like you don't want to inherit the Lakers' issues necessarily. You want to potentially bounce back and avoid such a big loss because you invested so much into those 2 big stars, KD and Kyrie.
Joe Harris is a shooter. We will take him.
I would take Joe Harris. I would not even debate that. You say Kyrie, Joe Harris, where do I sign?
Exactly. Instantly. Buy Westbrook.
I mean, I don't know.
Because just Kyrie alone.
I feel like the Brooklyn Nets, what they're trying to do, like a few years ago, they get KD and Kyrie. That was supposed to be a championship team. It's constructed around them. They started DeAndre Jordan because of KD and Kyrie. We saw how that went. Like they fell short every year. Every single year they fell short. Now I feel like in the Brooklyn Nets heads, they are trying to do a rebuilding process. And honestly, and you're also trying to get rid of the problem. And they obviously do not want Kyrie there. Yeah. They wanted the reason that KD requested a trade is because they refused to effectively communicate with Kyrie when he wanted to be on the team.
Yeah.
And so if I'm the Brooklyn Nets, give the Lakers, it's not like we not getting anything back, but I would give the Lakers what they want. So you can't just get rid of your problem. Y'all can keep KD. Y'all don't want Kyrie. That's the thing. You feel me? So I say make the trade, give us Seth Curry or Joe. We'll take either one.
But think about this though. If I'm the Brooklyn Nets, based off the situation you just put down, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at the LA Lakers, who went and had such a solid squad, and when they got Westbrook and lost that squad because that Westbrook was supposed to come and supposedly help Bron and AD get a chip, but the experiment failed, and you're trying to get rid of Westbrook. Now, if I'm the Nets, and you got an issue with Westbrook, and I got an issue with Kyrie, their issue costs more. And why do I gotta compromise?
Because they obviously think that they'll be able to either move Westbrook eventually after they get him, or they think that he would pair well with KD. I don't know.
I think Westbrook is unmovable. But let's just finish up with the last topic I have for today.
Wait. I got a question. How crazy would it be to have a Westbrook KD reunion on the Nets? That's all I want to say.
Not gonna lie, I would love that.
That's what I'm saying. Like they got to the finals together. They got to the playoffs together. They were up 3-1 on the 73-9 on Warriors. Like,
but the beef though, that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about the beef.
They reconciled like a couple years ago. Like they did now.
And James Harden is there too.
Woo!
That's crazy.
No, James Harden is.
Wait, no,
He's on the
he's
76ers.
76ers. You're right. I tweet.
I'm dead.
Tweet.
But KD asked for a trade, and this is not news because he asked for a trade for. He asked specifically to be traded to two teams, the Miami Heat or the Phoenix Suns.
OD, both of them.
And so far, it's not looking too good because KD is a superstar. And in order to trade a superstar, you got to give up a lot. And both of those teams, I feel like, were both very close. Now, KD asking for a trade, and specifically asking for a trade to the Suns and the Miami Heat, brought another question again. Does KD need to be paired with superstars in order to win?
Yes.
Yes.
Because the option still remains for him to be traded to teams that could potentially, that can afford trading him, that can give him the pieces to trade him, but that would require from, starting all over again from the same thing that he did with Brooklyn. Carlo, you said yes. Why is that?
I mean, it's been proven that he needs superstars to win championships. I mean, it also is certain stars. It's not all superstars because obviously he didn't win with Russell Westbrook and James Harden. Obviously, he didn't win with Kyrie, but he won with Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. That's because his game fit well with theirs. Steph Curry and Klay Thompson are able to play off the ball, which Durant can dominate the ball if he wants to, and he can also dish it out to them for a quick jumper. Draymond Green was the facilitator for that team, and then they always had either a solid or tolerable center. So he fit well with that team. So I would say it is certain superstars. He definitely needs talent around him to get far. If I was the Phoenix Suns, I wouldn't, because like you said, that would entail them giving up, basically, giving up a lot, having to start over, this and that. And they would have to have a championship now mentality. Like I said, I wouldn't do that if it was the Phoenix Suns, because the Phoenix Suns, a couple years ago, they were in the finals. They got into a good playoff run this year. I just think they have proven to have a solid team around them. I don't think we should mess that up for one. Now or bust run with KD, you feel me? Because what if it doesn't work, then you end up like the Brooklyn Nets? And then
do you see the Warriors trade package? My fault. I thought you froze up. I thought you was done. My fault.
Warriors trade package?
Do you see the Warriors trade package for KD?
Jordan Poole, Kuminga, Wiseman, and the other rookies. And Wiggins, yeah. That was, first of all, that was OD as hell, in my opinion. Because to begin with, think about this. The Warriors, they don't have their bench anymore. Who, by the way, is also important.
On Trailblazers. He's in Portland.
So Payton is gone. Toscana is gone. Damian Lee is gone. So that's 3 players from your bench.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The Lakers got Damian Lee, didn't they?
They got Toscana.
They got Toscana, yeah. Damian Lee went to the Suns.
I thought we got Damian Lee too.
No, he went to the Suns.
That's crazy.
Why did you get Toscana? I don't understand.
Now you trying to lose Wiseman, Kuminga, Jordan Poole, and Wiggins? I feel like that's a lot. And also, I don't even think that would ever happen, because KD really going for that would just be like career suicide, in my opinion.
I'll say any team to do it I would say Miami, because I don't see them they've had a good team and they went to the finals in the bubble, but now presently constructed, they'll always look like their team that they're a good team. They can get far in the playoffs, but they'll always run into the Celtics. They'll always run into the Bucks. You feel me?
Who you talking about? Who said?
The Miami Heat.
Right.
If I was Miami, I'd do it.
But here's the thing too. What are you gonna give away? Because I also heard, I'm not too sure on these reports. This is just Twitter sources I've seen. But apparently KD's not willing to go to Miami unless he can play with Kyle Lowry, Jimmy Butler, and I think he mentioned I did Adebayo or Hero. I can't remember which one. He mentioned 3 players.
That's not happening.
That's
You
not
gotta,
happening.
you gotta get rid of Kyle. You gotta get rid of
I
Jimmy
was
for
that,
KD.
Kyle Lowry is the first one I'm getting rid of.
Whatever team is Brooklyn's gonna win at least Jimmy for KD. At least.
Yeah, and at least I'm thinking at least Booker or Chris Paul. And really, I don't see the Suns trading Chris Paul really if you're trying to win.
I don't know. KD might be stuck. He's worth too much.
Not too much. And the Nets are also ready to start the season with him. I don't know what that entails, whether he's gonna sit out or just go with it.
He got Ben Simmons.
I mean, that's all I have. Who?
I said he's got Ben Simmons. That's all he needs, right?
Stop talking.
Stop it. Stop it. Top five all-time most athletic point guard. Bro.
Yeah, he's got top 3 most athletic point guard of all time.
Okay, out of here with that.
Name 3 more athletic point guards than Ben Simmons right now.
Derrick Rose.
Right now.
Like currently,
Rose, John Wall is more athletic than fucking Ben Simmons.
In the segment.
John Morant.
Exactly. You want more?
Oh my.
I like continue.
Oh my
Nate
God.
Robinson.
Y'all really let one playoff series. Okay, it's fine.
What
It's
playoff
fine.
series determined that he's more athletic?
Y'all really let one bad playoff series make y'all forget about how good Ben Simmons actually is. Y'all really did. Y'all
You
are.
talk about athleticism.
That's crazy,
This
bro.
man is 6'10" and
Are
he missing
so
dunks.
you're
16 and
wild.
afraid of Trae Young.
This is what we like to call a hater bias. That's both of y'all.
You know how like rats, like elephants are afraid of rats? Maybe it's something like that.
Have y'all ever heard of mob mentality?
Have you ever heard of purple pickle riding?
Mob
What?
mentality.
That's what you're doing right now. Get off this man's dick.
No.
That's all we
Y'all-
have for the sports segment. And thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see y'all next
He
week.
said purple pickle